Hi, I'm Skyler from Heart in the Sky, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I normally don't dress up like this, but I decided to do so today for a book outfit. Let's see if you can figure out which one it is, because it is here in my TBR today. So today's video is going to be my May Book Bingo TBR. So here's a look at the bingo sheet that I'm going to be using. Also, I want to say I made the book bingo before I picked out my books, but if you watched my April TBR, you may know that what I did was I just made the bingo beforehand, but then I just went and picked up the books in my stacks over there, and then I just saw if it fit. I did not exchange books, I did not change anything. I just picked up books and went with it. If you're curious about how the bingo works, I'll leave a link to my previous video down below where I explain it a little bit better. I didn't want this video to be as long, so I didn't explain it in this one too. The first book on my TBR was actually also in last month's TBR, and I did read it already. And that first book is The Sun and Her Flowers by Rupi Kaur. I did enjoy my first read, so I'm going to just go back through and insert little tabs in the poems that I really like so that way I can easily find them. This book definitely only fits into one category on here, and that is standalone. In order to read the next book on my TBR, I'm going to have to read the book before it, which I do have planned to finish in April, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to or not. So if I don't finish it in April, I'll finish it in May before I read the next book. And that brings me into the next book, which is the 9th book of Black Butler. I really like this series, and I'm really looking forward to reading these books. Now, I think after the 8th book, if you know anything about Black Butler, there's the anime series, season 1 and 2, and season 2 isn't in the manga. Then you have Book of Circus, Book of Murder, and Book of Atlantic. This, I believe, is when it gets into Book of Atlantic. And books 7 and 8 is Book of Circus. That's what I think. I haven't been able to read 8 yet, but I know 7 for sure is in the Book of Circus arc. I can't say a whole lot about this book, but I can say I'm really looking forward to it, which leads me to where it fits on my book bingo. It can fall into book with high expectation, mystery, pretty sure it's gonna have a fight to the death in it. I'll be surprised if it doesn't. Has royalty because CL is an Earl. It's in the middle of the series, so it's gonna have that. Supernatural. Published between 2000 and 2010. Main character isn't human and under 200 pages. On to the next book on my TBR, which is The Gilded Wolves by Roshiani Chokshi. This book is set in the 1800s in Paris, France, and they're trying to uncover the secrets of Paris. I read the synopsis recently, but that's all I remember of it, to be honest. But it still sounds pretty interesting with the characters that are going to be involved. I remember there's a dancer with a dark secret and other unique characters that sounded interesting to me that were mentioned in the synopsis. It fits into book with high expectations. I heard many people tell me that it was pretty good. And then green cover. On to the next book, which is Black Butler Volume 10. This book also lands in the same spaces as the 9th book, so I'm not really going to get into that. And I'm going to move on to the next book. The next book on my TBR depends on if I can finish the book before it, which is actually right here. Don't know if you can really see it or not, but I do have it over there. The next book on my TBR depends on if I can finish the previous book before it in April or not. And I am reading it right now, so hopefully that will help me with that. But the next book is Dawn by Aaron Hunter. So the previous book before it is Moonrise. I can't say much about this book right now because I'm not really honestly sure about it. I think this book will still be good and interesting. Oh, my cat's chewed it up. Dawn can fit into, contains a bird, fight to the death, middle of series, forest, published between 2000 and 2010. Main character isn't human because they are cats. The next book, and it does have its price sticker on it, how much I bought it for, so I'm not going to take that off though for this. But the next book is The First Book of Fairy Tale by Hiro Mashima. I did watch some of the anime and I did enjoy it, so I am looking forward to this. It's about a girl who's a wizard that goes to a new town to try and join one of the wizard guilds. And the wizard guild in question is Fairy Tale. Now let's jump into where it falls on my bingo chart. This book falls into high expectations because I really enjoyed the series. The series is very popular, so I have some high expectations for it. Contains a bird. I'll be a little surprised if it doesn't contain a fight to the death. Actually, no, I won't be surprised because it's not to violent magic. Published between 2000 and 2010. For the last book on my TBR, I'm honestly not sure if I'm going to be able to get to or not with everything else I'm wanting to read, but I thought I would go ahead and add it anyway for some giggles. And that last book is The Last Wish by Andrzej Sapkowski. And maybe you noticed, but just as the book cover, surprise, surprise. I'm really looking forward to this book. I have some pretty high expectations for it. So let's jump right into it. And I just gave you the first one. High expectations. I'll be very surprised if there's not a fight to the death in this thing. Royalty, because I know there's emperors and princesses in it. Forest, monsters, magic. Then there's also New to You, because I just recently bought this book. And technically, I don't want it to be, but it is at the end of my TBR because I did not have it in my stacks anywhere. Main character isn't human. So that's the end of this video. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe down below. I try to post videos on Mondays now, although it's not set yet. Like, I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with Mondays or not yet, but that's the plan, to post videos on Monday. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe down below. But I hope you enjoyed. Comment what you're going to be reading this month down below in the comments. See you later. Bye!